Hello jelly beans, Melissa here. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different. This video will almost be a little bit like a tutorial. I will be painting a night sky scene with a silhouetted woman in the foreground, and I'm just going to go over the techniques I use to do this sort of work. I'm using acrylic paints today, and the colours I am using are black, ultramarine, deep red, violet and white. So today I was going to draw Jane Cobb from the Firefly series, but when I sat down to paint it this morning I just couldn't get into it. I was making lots of mistakes and I just wasn't feeling it. I wanted to do something more creative and freeform, and so I settled on the painting you're about to see. So first of all, I'm just sketching the ground and the outline of the woman's silhouette. I'm starting in pencil, of course, because I am very fallible and make lots of mistakes. Once I'm happy with the outline, I will go over in a black fine liner pen. I will be painting over this, but the black pen will show through at the end. On my palette paper, I am using white, deep red and violet. First off, I'm mixing deep red and white to make a pink colour, similar to the pink you see at sunrise or sunset. As I start to move up the page, I will add more violet to the original pink colour to darken the sky. And using the original colour means that the colours will blend together better. When using acrylic paints, make sure to keep your brush wet as they dry really fast and you won't be able to blend your colours otherwise. I am using crisscross strokes to blend the colours together more seamlessly, and it can also create the impression that there are clouds or mist in the sky. Now over to the right hand side, I am first blending ultramarine with a little bit of deep red. I'm leaving a gap between the purple and blue for the outline of the Milky Way, which I'll be painting after. In the very top right, I blended ultramarine, deep red and a touch of black to create that lovely inky colour. Now for the galaxy portion of the sky, I'm mixing ultramarine with white to create a slightly lighter shade of blue. Keeping my brush wet, I'm blending this blue colour into the purple and darker blue by using the same crisscross strokes. Then, just down the middle of the galaxy, I'm stroking through a slightly lighter shade of blue and blending with the other colours. Here I'm just using a little bit of the ultramarine / red mixture and the violet mixture to just blend in those edges a little bit more. And now I'm going over using a clean wet brush to make sure everything's blended together. I know I'm harping on about blending, but it's really important, and even more so with acrylic paints because they dry so fast. Here I've taken an old paintbrush and I'm just dabbing some white along and then dabbing it in with a round-headed brush. And my favourite bit, which I've just talked over, is I mixed some white paint with water and loaded up my toothbrush and I flicked it over the paper. I think it creates a nicer star pattern than using a paintbrush. So here I am now filling in the silhouette with black. I will do 2 layers to make sure that any paint underneath is hidden. After I go over this, I'll paint the ground, adding details like grass. Coming up is genuinely a true tragedy, and I was debating leaving the original audio in for this bit, as it was hilarious. You see me drop that bit of black paint off my brush. What followed was a shrieked no that wouldn't have sounded out of place in a horror film. I sounded like I had been physically wounded, but oh well, just pretend it's a bird or a leaf or something. I use a stiff brush to stipple the paper to create that grass effect. And I'm just popping in my finishing touches using my black fine liner pen to go over the edge again, just to give it a sharper edge. And now we're coming up to the most satisfying part of painting, removing that masking tape. Oh, look at that. And voila, a painting of the night sky. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching.